Hi everyone. Instead of trying to show how I make my legs or how to make your own, because when I'm making mine, I try to sound different from other players. I do a lot of covers as a guitar teacher. I play a lot of songs from others, so I can teach my students. But always I tell them to be themselves when they're playing the solo. I can teach them the original solo. If there's not, advise them to make one, and I always tell them to try to be themselves, not try to emulate others, because um, although some of them are really hard to emulate, it's not uh, impossible, but that's not the way for you to just show your identification when playing. So instead of going all that, what I'm gonna be showing is a lick that you can play on C major or G major, because I'm not playing any F or F sharp note. And I'm gonna give you a few tips how to uh, level them up, level your chops using them. Okay, so B, I'm gonna start on the E note, so B, A, then on the third note, I'm gonna play E, C, back up, A, now I'm gonna play C and A, alternating. You can try this pull off. I like it's really hard, so and especially it's string skipping, but I like it. You can think of this as A minor with added the second added 9. In this case, B note. Okay. So after we've done this, I'm playing the original. I'm saying original because I think it's over abused this kind of shape. I'm just grabbing the first three notes, the first three strings, and instead of playing on sweep picking like everyone does, I'm alternate picking everything. So 12, E, C, A, then B, E, sorry, then back up. So this is the one that's static because it's just okay. So now we're starting from G to E, then C to B. Okay, I can think of this as the C major. So now we're going to get this A note and pull off to E. So I would probably most of the time think of this as A minor with the 9 note instead of just changing chord, but you can think of this as the last one. I would think of. I'm gonna show you why. Because after done this, I'll go back to this one, and then I'll end on the B note on the second string. Okay, so it's gonna be. That's why this chord. Love it. Well, this chord is new. I just made it a few minutes ago. I haven't had any time to practice because I've been practicing others and studying other scales. But the first thing that I'm gonna do is just to, like I do with the musical piece, I just go with chunks, one part at a time. The first one, I'll grab this part. We play it in the loop. Real slow, so you develop muscle memory. in both hands. This one. This is tricky because you have to skip one string, okay, and the odd number 1 2 1 2 3. Here you have 3 notes, so it's not that hard. It's easier when you have odd, yeah, not number of notes on the string. And here we will have 1 2 3 4 5. So yeah, only the first 2 notes are going to be the hardest. Playing just, yeah. Okay, so you can try this playing like pull-offs. You can do this. To really grow some strength on your fingers. Well, I would just play this until I can look aside and play it flawless. Then what I would try to do is musical piece. What I do is I learn chumps and then I'll play them together. Then I try to play them faster, but all of them together. Why is that? Because if I'm usually playing fast one part, the next part I'll probably play faster, or if I'm not great at that part, you notice, because it would be like hitting with your head in the wall because you just feel there's something wrong here. Okay, but in this case, what I do as soon as you have developed okay technique, speed, and flexibility, I'll play this and then try to speed it up. Why is that? Because your fingers, your muscles need to know that you want to play it faster. I don't have necessary to play this faster, but if I want my muscles to, when I'm playing and when I'm playing with some tension, and I don't want to ruin everything, because when you're playing for someone or giving a show or something, your muscles start to gain some tension and your muscles kind of freeze. But if you're used to playing really fast, though your muscles freeze, you can still play it normal because your muscles are used to playing really fast stuff. Okay, so this is the first one. I usually play with the metronome when I have all together. Okay, I can speed up this part, but I can play this part fast, but only when I have the metronome playing. I'll play it all together. So make sure that everything's connected. Okay, the second one. As you can see, my right hand, I'm not doing this. My right hand is speaking every note. It's really hard, this part. So now this one, usually most of my students and everyone I see has, even if they have real big hands, they have all their hands really close, so can't open more than this when they're trying to play, for example, F major. You play it like this. Here's the same thing. The first notes are for your closed hand, but then you have to open them. Sorry, got it excited. Now, back to the third part. Okay, as you can see, I can play or okay, but one thing that helps a lot is just using metronome. And usually, what I do is I'm playing 8 notes per beat. Okay, um, I'm playing at 40 BPMs. Uh, Usually, instead of most people think that you have to speed up the metronome so you can really get fast. Now you can play fast with really low BPMs. Okay, for example, here we have 40 and I'm playing. Okay, again. You can try, for example, for 16 notes, for 16 for each beat. So it would be something like. Let's try again. Something like this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doubling the speed that I'm playing. And what I usually do is I start at 40, usually lower. I don't see much difference because it's really slow and kind of boring. At this speed, what I'm doing is first, what you can do is, for example, 40, you can play 2 notes. Then you can try to play 4 notes. Then 8. Then 16. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I'm just starting to warm this. And what I usually do is I go to max speed as I can at this 40 BPMs. Even if it sounds sloppy, I try to make my muscles figure out that I want to play faster. Okay, so they have to keep up with what I'm thinking. What's my goal, and that's what you have to do. Okay, after this, after I reach, for example, I'm playing 16 notes. I couldn't play the double because it would be suicide. But what I can do is raise 5 or 10 BPMs and do the same thing. Do imagine that every speed that I'm playing until I reach 80 BPMs is 16 notes per beat. Okay, 16. Let's 16. I don't mean 4 notes for each beat. Okay, no, I'm meaning 16 notes per beat. Okay, just that is just try at 40 BPMs. Try them as fast as possible. Try to just get the same notes in each beat. Then at 45, at 50, until I see that I can't develop any further, because 16 notes, for example, at 80 BPMs or 90, it's kind of crazy. Okay, although I can play 28 notes for beat at 16 BPMs, 60 BPMs. Doesn't mean that I'm crazy enough to play faster than it. Okay, so always warm up before and after. Okay, take care.